You do not need to show your face to build a personal brand. And no, I'm not talking about starting a faceless theme page, selling digital products, or using AI generated content. Most aspiring creators assume that if they don't show their face, they're stuck with three problems: limited content options, no way to build trust, and brands that won't take them seriously. But in this video, I am going to dismantle all of those false beliefs by showing you real life examples of people who built successful faceless brands. And I'll teach you four specific things that you need to be doing in your content to build that personal connection with your audience. And make sure you stick around till the end because the third method uses an app that most of you already have on your phone, and it only takes a few seconds to set up. So let's get into it. The first method is to film from angles that don't show your face. But before I go into how to do this, I want to show you what's actually possible with this approach because I think the results might genuinely surprise you. Take a look at this creator. She has collaborated with the official creators page, been personally invited by Apple to host a workshop, and has grown her page to 450K followers, all without ever showing her face. If you look at her page, you'll see that she films from angles that don't show her face and sometimes uses accessories or objects to hide her face when she's filming from the front. Another creator who's built a recognizable faceless brand is Daria. She's a brand and web designer who has chosen to be faceless due to her personal and religious beliefs. She's currently at around 175K followers, and instead of showing her face, she focuses the camera on her screen, her workspace, and her design process. Now, she does speak in some of her videos, and even then, she frames the shot at an angle where her face cannot be seen. And if you don't want to show your face, that's also an option. Like this creator, Muse.Mads, who records most of her videos neck down. And by doing so, she grew to 3K followers in 30 days since starting her page and is now close to 7,000 followers. But there's something all these creators are doing in the background that's playing a huge role in their growth. And later in this video, I'll tell you what it is and how you can apply it to your own brand. And if you're not sure where to start with angles, here's a quick tip. Go to Pinterest and search for the term faceless angles. If you scroll through the results, you'll find plenty of creative ideas for camera angles that you can take and use in your content. Okay, moving on to the second method, which is to build a character. Think about Sia. For years, she performed with her face hidden behind an oversized wig, and eventually that wig became more than an accessory, it became a part of her identity. You could spot a Sia performance from a mile away without ever seeing her face. Or think about Marshmallow. Most people would not be able to tell you what he looks like, but they'd recognize that white marshmallow helmet anywhere. In fact, the helmet became so synonymous with him that it eventually became his face. And that's the power of visual identity. When someone sees the same visual cue repeatedly, they'll start associating it with you. And the good news is that your version doesn't need to be as extreme or as dramatic as an oversized wig or a custom helmet. It could be something simple with the accessories that you already own. Maybe it's a pair of signature sunglasses. Maybe it's a hat or a head covering. Maybe it's a face mask or a hoodie that you wear in all of your videos. The goal is to give people something visually distinctive to remember so that they recognize your videos before they even see your username. Okay, moving on to method 3, which I think is the quickest to start, and like I said before, uses an app that many of you already have on your phone. And that is to use a Snapchat filter. Now, Snapchat has a wide range of filters that alter the appearance of your face in real time while you're filming. So some of them might completely transform your face, while other filters just add subtle effects. This is one of the easiest and quickest ways to transform your appearance when filming because it doesn't require you to buy any fancy equipment or do anything too crazy. But here's what I want you to be mindful of when choosing a filter. If your goal is to land brand deals in the future, you want to choose a filter that alters only the appearance of your face but does not affect your body or your background. Because when you're doing product reviews, unboxings, or try-ons, your audience will need to see how you interact with the product. And if you choose a filter that warps your whole body, you lose some of that flexibility. Which is why a full scene filter like this causes problems, whereas a filter like this keeps your options open. But here's the catch: if you're not showing your face, you need to build trust with your audience another way. And there are four ways that you can do this. The first way is to use your real voice. Because you're not showing your face, you need another way to show people that there's a real human behind the account. Your voice carries personality and emotion. And it's the same reason why podcasts are so successful and people can listen to someone for years without ever seeing their face and still feel deeply connected to them. The second way is to share your personal experiences instead of generic advice. Personal experiences make your content more credible because it comes from a place of lived experience rather than you just repeating something that anyone can find online. They also make your content more memorable because stories stick in people's minds more than generic tips. So instead of saying how to grow on Instagram, you can say something like, here's how I grew from 0 to 10,000 followers on Instagram. Or instead of saying networking is important, you can say this is the DM I sent that helped me land my first client. Doing this helps people feel like they're getting to know a real person rather than consuming content from an anonymous account. The third way is to add visual interest. When you're not showing your face, you lose one of the easiest ways to keep attention on screen, and that means your visuals need to work harder. You can do this by filming in different locations, showing your workspace, using B-roll videos, or even adding text or image overlays to support what you're saying. Good visuals don't just make your content nice to look at, but they support your story and keep the viewers watching till the end. The fourth way is by maintaining consistent branding. When people see your content, they should immediately know it's yours. This means certain elements stay consistent enough to become recognizable. So that could be your unique filming style, your brand's fonts or colors, or your unique way of storytelling. Over time, viewers begin associating those assets with you and they won't need to see your face to know whose content they're watching. Now, if you want to learn how to build a magnetic personal brand, go and watch this video next where I break down the entire process step by step. Or you can go and watch this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy.